Welcome to Rod TV Podcast, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And also, man, go get you a copy. Favor of an Unwanted Child. It's on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon. What's going on out there, ladies and gentlemen? But let's get into it right now, man. Man, we got Karl Malone, man. Allegedly, man, he's been going around, the internet right now, basically, from impregnating a 13-year-old. And it's a lot of evidence that's going back on that situation that he can't deny, right? Because the parent, actually took him to court and they sued him just for him to pay child support. So again, do the parents have any part to play in this situation, right? Do they have any part? Because you didn't press charges on him. You basically took him to court to sue him so he can take care of the baby financially. Now, my thing is, if you find out that your 13-year-old was pregnant at 13 from a grown man that's in his 20s, as a parent, you just decide that you just gonna take him to court, in civil court, and just sue him for child support. He gets no discipline. Basically, you just want a slap on the wrist because he's a superstar, right? But what about the little girl? What about the little girl? See, everybody have to take accountability in this situation. From the little girl, from the mother, and from the father. And also from Karl Malone. Because my thing is, even if the girl did have, consensual, sex with him. My thing is, Karl Malone, you should have knew better that she was a little girl. She was a little girl. And my thing is, who knew she could have been looking like she's maybe 20 years old. But again, we don't know the situation fully. But we just going off documentation and we just giving our opinion on this situation. So as I give my opinion on this situation, I'm looking at the parents. I'm blaming the parents for this situation. Because if my daughter decided that she wants to get pregnant, or I ain't gonna say decide she want to get pregnant, she just want to have sex at 13 years old. I have to look at myself and say, did I fail her as a father? Did the mother fail her as a mother? Because all these things have to play a part in this situation. But again, we don't know, right? And so Karl Malone is this big time superstar in basketball. And again, we don't know if they was just in a relationship. I don't know if he was I don't know if he knew about her age and he still decided to go ahead and pursue sexual, activity with the woman or the little girl. But it's a sad situation, right? Because everybody has swept this problem under the rug for so many years. For so many years. And then she raised the little boy. Now he's a grown man. And from the look of it, he didn't even take care the baby, which now his son is a grown man. What kind of consequence can he get at this particular time? Because it got to be a consequence. Because you look at the R. Kelly situation, right? They punishing him for things that he did in the past, which they had evidence, and some they didn't have evidence. But he still got a sentence for 30 to life in prison. Do Karl Malone get that same privilege? Do he get that same type of consequences? Do you go back in and do you investigate that situation? Or do you keep sweeping it under the rug and he just live his life like he's been doing? Because he's haven't been in the news since he retired for anything. But then again, you bring him back and you let him be a judge for the dunk contest. What was that reason for? Man, I have no idea. But me personally, he have to have some type of consequences if this allegation is true. It's only fair, because at the end of the day, it's wrong. Because it's a little girl. It's a little girl, 13 years old. 13 years old, and not only did you have sex with her, but you got her pregnant. And then on top of that, you didn't take care of the baby. And the parents, they just decided to sue you in court just for child support. And you have to look at the situation. Was the parents paid off? Because why now are they deciding to want to come out and talk about this situation after all these years? After all these years, you decide that you want to come out and talk about this situation. You didn't talk about the situation like you really wanted back then, because if you did, it wouldn't be a Karl Malone. It wouldn't be a Karl Malone. So my thing is, did you get paid off to be quiet? And now that no more money is coming in, now you decide that you want to take initiation to blast Karl Malone for this situation. It's a lot of stuff that's real fishy in this situation. But again, a 13-year-old girl got pregnant. Somebody got to be accountability. You got to hold Karl Malone accountability for his action, and you got to hold the parents for their action, because they let this situation happen and they decided they did not want to press charges. So they decided that they're going to take him to court for civil to get paid for child support. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. You didn't want to press charges. Why you didn't want to press charges? They must have gave you some type of funding to be quiet. And then on top of that, man, they must have told you just to take him to court to sue him for child support, to make it seem like you basically, wanted to do something about the situation. But again, it was money involved, and that was back then when money meant a whole lot. And then it wasn't no cameras, it wasn't technology and things like that. So my thing is, who's accountable for this? Is it Karl Malone? Is it the parents? Or is it both? Y'all be the judge on that situation. But until then, man, make sure y'all like and y'all subscribe and comment and also share and go get the book Faith of an Unwanted Child. It's on Barnes and Nobles and Amazon. Until then, man, y'all be blessed.